Hey everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here on Positive Impact for Mind and Body. Unfortunately, Love Infinity wasn't able to join us today, but I still wanted to touch base with you and find out what you all have resolved to create in your new year. Someone asked me recently in an interview whether or not I really did a lot of resolutions myself, and I don't. And it's not because I don't have anything I want to change in my life. It's simply because I find that resolutions in and of themselves can be very limiting and kind of set you up for failure, and can bring a level of, what do I want to say, lack of confidence into the picture when you do want to really create something fantastic in your life. So that being said, one of the things one year I wanted to change or create for myself was a system that I could read myself that did not include my own opinion. As you know, and as I know, when you are attempting to build your intuition and your psychic abilities, sometimes that veil, that part of your personality filters everything you see or everything you hear, you understand, and it seems like it's true and accurate, but the reality is you're kind of reading people through your own filter. So I resolved one year to create a system that I could use to read myself and kind of like read my own mind-body cues. So I created this, and you on YouTube and Positive Impact don't know this. Those of you who follow me on Instagram at Nicole's MBM, you know that I do a Mind-Body Mastery Minute. Hey, hi, Raul. So when I created this, I initially did it for myself, and then I thought, holy crap, this is so accurate. I'm going to do it for my entire Instagram family. So here goes. This is how it goes. I choose a card from Mind, Body, and Spirit bins that I created several different kinds of cards for. And based on your needs there, either on YouTube or Positive Impact Facebook page or my page, you will get some insight from this, hopefully. So I'm closing my eyes now. I'm choosing a card from each bin. Here's, let's say, oh, I got two here. So there's two. Ooh, sing. Some of you might be singers out there. So these are the mind cards. And there's another thing of drawing energy out of something. So you may be putting too much energy into trying to communicate instead of just singing and enjoying the moment. Here's the body card. Hips. Hips have a lot to do with relationships, which we're always kind of exploring here on Positive Impact for Mind and Body. And the last card is the Spirit card. So let's see what comes up for Spirit. Align. So this is telling me something about, this is how I do it on Instagram. Excuse me. Sometimes I pick up two cards for one category instead of just one. But today I picked up two cards for the mind category, which means we have to start thinking about this a little bit in more detail. So I chose take energy out of a situation in relationships that has to do with hips, and align yourself with a higher vibration through singing. You see what I'm saying? So if you've never sung like a clear note in your life, it doesn't matter. It's your personal process. And what I find about these cards is, like, the more I use them, I actually find myself in more and more alignment with what I really truly want to develop or create in my life. Not just resolve to change something, because as you all know, or maybe you don't know, there are 5 stages of change: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and then you're just maintaining it. So unless you've kind of like committed yourself to like doing some research first and working a lot on the subconscious mind, it's not likely that you're going to make that change last for the rest of your life. You'll do it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and assume it'll be a habit. But some of us have a longer timeline when we want to create a new habit. So that's why I say don't get wrapped up in the resolution, hype. It's great for making small changes, but if you're looking for life-altering change, like you want to find the love of your life, make a ton of money, win the lottery, or change your career, those take steps. It takes time, and there's just no way to avoid that. And like my Mind Body Oracle, it took me, I want to say 3 or 4 tries before I really liked the cards that I was pulling, and I could kind of put a different definition on each word as it came out in relation to the other words. It sounds really complicated. It's actually very easy. But in the course of that process, I realized how important it was to really utilize your own intuition when you're making these decisions. So let's say you do want to lose weight, or you want to stop smoking, or you want to change your career. Where do you go? How are you going to find the right resources that you need in order to make the changes you want? Now, a lot of people say, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that. And because they're your good friend, you're going to be psyched about it and say, yes, it worked for them. It'll work for me. Well, that doesn't happen usually. That is not usually the case. What's my number? Do you want me to say it outside? Here. Okay. So if you want a private consultation, my number is 646-739-7879. But if you are looking to kind of get your own information based on your own intuition, your own wisdom, and I know you out there, you are feeling it, because how many times have you like went on a wild goose chase or jumped off the ledge with your friend only to discover, whoa, this is not my trip. This is not what I wanted. This isn't exactly where I want to be. And it worked for them, and I'm happy for them, my friends, but I'm not happy for myself. So how do I get the answers that I need? Well, then I created the triage here, the Mind, Body, and Soul Oracle more recently. But in 2001, I started teaching this Be a Body Psychic. And the Be a Body Psychic course was kind of interesting because a lot of people who had never experienced psychic ability or never experienced an intuitive hit or a gut feeling, all of a sudden we're coming up with really phenomenal visuals within the body of the visualizations I was giving during Be a Body Psychic. There are 4 visualizations. The first one is the body scan. The second one is dropping the ball for problem resolution. The third one is the aligning flow, to make sure like whatever you want to create is in alignment, excuse me, with the divine essence that surrounds us all. You know, it's in alignment with God, with the Holy Spirit, with your soul, your higher self. You want to stay in alignment with that. Anything that falls outside of that alignment isn't true. Does that make sense? It's not coming from that sense of and that place of love. It's coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of greed. Maybe it's coming from a place of lust, instead of these higher forms of vibration that bring us into alignment with what we really truly need and want in our lives. So when I started teaching this initially, Be a Body Psychic, I was teaching it more as a tool to help people kind of grow and develop their own psychic abilities for themselves, but then also for people they worked with. So I worked with chiropractors and, massage therapists and physical therapists and doctors, and they found it to be a very effective tool for that. But the more I used it myself, the more I recognized, wow, this actually is a phenomenal tool to really clearly define where I want to go with my New Year's resolutions, where I want to go and how I want to create it. And that's what I'm doing this year, is I'm offering Be a Body Psychic workshop as a webinar for the first time ever. It's a webinar now. I used to teach for about 20 years. And when I tell you, people have used it to figure out whether or not they should move in with a lover, whether or not they should go for a new job, whether they should move. They've used it as an early disease detection tool. They've used it for so many more really exciting ways than I had initially intended it, that I thought I'd offer it again this year. So the first informational Zoom call will be January 29th. I had to push the date back because, quite honestly, I got locked out of my own website. Uh-oh. Yeah, someone hacked my website and locked me out. So I had to wait to send the email newsletter out. Hopefully I'll have that resolved real soon. But if you contact me via Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, DM me on at Nicole's MBM, I will give you the date and time and send you via email the link to the Zoom call. The Zoom call is in essence, going to review with you a little bit what I'm going to do now. Like for instance, let's say you want to create a new job scenario for yourself because you lost your job or something else is going on in your life and you're just not happy with the work you're doing now. Well, I use 2 of the visualizations in here, and there are 4 new ones to help you really hone in and drill down to exactly what you want to create in your life and your career. That's just one module, the other. And let me just say this, people are going to always push on you things that are kind of cookie cutter, one size fits all, The beautiful part about the system of Be a Body Psychic is that it is highly individualized. It is customized to you, your soul, your purpose, and what's going to be perfect for you. It's not, like I said, the blanket statement that a lot of people are diving off the cliff for. This is something that you will be able to access your own wisdom on your own. You'll also be able to access the subconscious blocks that you may have towards your goals, which I think is interesting. So there are 2 parts to goal attainment, all right, or changing something in your life when you really want to make a big change, or even a small change. One is finding out the right thing that's for you, and the second is knowing what emotional, mental blocks you may subconsciously be having to getting those goals. So for instance, like one of my biggest goals ever, right, is to have my own show, whether it's, on television, on radio, whatever. And that goal, I realized I was hindering on my own because I didn't realize or didn't register in my mind, my children are grown. Don't you add SSL on your website? Oh, I don't know. I'll look into that, Raul. I don't know anything about that. I'll look at it. But it's also protected by Wix. It's a Wix website. Anyway, that aside, when you are focused on a goal, that's all I'm thinking about. But the reality was, my kids, are very independent. They're older, they're fine on their own. But the reality was, psychologically, in my mind, I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to be here for them if they needed me. And I was off, shooting a video for, my show, whatever it was. And the reality is that's an irrelevant fear now. And I recognize that. So things are starting to move in the right direction again, which I feel great about. But these are the things that you don't even realize are actually undermining your ultimate goal. So let's say if you want to lose weight, right? And you're like, oh my God, I love to look like I did when I was 18 and I was 127 pounds and I fit my skinny jeans and oh my goodness, like to show up, at a cruise or a wedding and look the way I did back then. Oh my God, that would be phenomenal. Well, it's interesting. I do a lot of assessments for people who want to lose weight. And one of the things that comes up consistently is that a lot of people had emotional issues in their teens that were associated with being thin that they don't want to replicate now. So one of which could be attracting the wrong attention. You don't want to appear more attractive than you really are because you're going to attract the wrong attention. Another big one was, when you were thin at that age, you got a lot of criticism from your parents because you weren't eating enough and you just didn't want to deal with the criticism. So these are little subconscious things that we discover through the course of Be a Body Psychic that help us eliminate the power those subconscious beliefs and emotions and memories have over us. And this is also the third part. When we do engage in Be a Body Psychic, when I'm doing this webinar, we are also going to touch on a system that I've created called subconscious and superconscious conversations. The subconscious conversation is going to happen after you start to dig in and figure out why you can't attain your goals. Once we have that, then we can actually have a conversation with the subconscious mind. And I'll teach that to you during the course of the workshop. But when we have that conversation with the subconscious mind, then we're allowing it to give it a voice. We're giving it some, not, I don't want to say power or control, but we're giving it a voice. And that's basically all the subconscious mind really is looking for. It needs to find expression so that it understands that we consciously get why we're blocked. After that, then we have all this power available to us to engage the superconscious mind and shift the belief, shift the focus, so that there's more and more satisfaction, joy, more love, more abundance, and less pain and suffering. But those are the three things that I like to tackle. One, subconscious blocks. Two, where do you really want to go and how to get there? And three, how do you get rid of the subconscious blocks outside of the things that you want to implement into your life? So that is like the real bulk of what Be a Body Psychic is all about. The other piece of this is that I haven't talked to you about is that you do get a free CD in every workbook. So if you sign up for the course, and I was saying January 13th until, like I said, my website was no longer in my control. So I had to push the date back. But if you sign up by January 29th, you get the workbook and the CD for free. It has 4 lead visualizations, like I said. And the last one, I mentioned dropping the ball, aligning flow, the body scan, which is my signature body scan. It's not like your generic body scan. I've been listening to a lot of quote unquote body scans over the last couple of months just to make sure that I was still like on top of my game, so to speak. But my body scan is different in that we're actually accessing deep subconscious information in your mind and body that can help you attain your goals. So that's one of them as well. The body scan, the aligning flow, and the dropping the ball. Then the last meditation is actually based on past audience desire for a tool to learn how to meditate. A lot of people don't know how to meditate. They don't understand how to meditate. It's easy. And I watch a lot of meditation teachers sit and talk through and clear your mind. And then it's like crickets. Like, how do you do that? Because now I'm thinking about my laundry list of things I have to do. I have to go grocery shopping. I have to pick up this one at the school. And then I'm going to run down and exchange these boots for new ones because I can't stand these. That's the thing that's going on in your mind. Well, you're supposed to be clearing your mind. Well, I have in that CD that I just showed you is a lead meditation for the first like 10, 12 minutes. And then it's 15, 20 minutes more of beautiful meditation music that allows your mind to take a break. My URL is mindbodymastery.org. I can type it in as well. So Raul is being very helpful. I think my website got hacked, so I can't get to it right now. And he's trying to check in to see if I have it properly protected, but this is what it's called. And mindbodymastery.org is also the place that you can, if you choose, you want to Be a Body Psychic with me, that we're going to launch in February, but the information conversation is, the Zoom call is on January 29th at 12 noon Eastern time. You can contact me at that website as well. You can fill out the contact form. I still get the contact forms. I just don't have access over my own dashboard, which is freaking me out. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like out of control. But anyway, that being said, that's the best. Love and I last week, we were talking about New Year's resolutions and how to get there. And I just didn't feel I gave you guys enough information to really answer that question effectively. So I wanted to say that if you are trying to make a change in your life, if you want to improve your love and relationships, if you want to get a new career, like I said, if you're trying to figure out if you should move or stay where you are, all those answers are inside of you. And I know that sounds like played to death. But this Be a Body Psychic, the workshop that I teach, is actually a great resource to help you figure out your own answers and drill down into that information that's going to help you gain your goals. Mine is opening properly. Yeah, I know. But my dashboard is, I've been locked out of my dashboard, Raul. That's the main thing that concerns me. I can't go in and create newsletters and send out emails and chat with people on my website. Right now I'm locked out, but no worries. Wix is working on restoring my website back to me. We've already filled out all the forms. And I'm sorry, you guys, like I'm like downloading all of my problems too. If you had any idea what the last 3 weeks have been like for me, and it's not just my website, just like, wow, can those planets change now? Because like I'm ready for the new thing, whatever that is. Has all the bad planetary astrological stuff finished? Please let me know, because I'm done. So at any rate, if you would like a private consultation or even just a chat about Be a Body Psychic or any of the things I do, you can always feel free. Thanks, Raul. Thanks for trying anyway. You can always email me, like I said, on my website at mindbodymastery.org. I have a contact form there. You can also call me 646-739-7879 for a little bit of a consultation on Be a Body Psychic or any of the other services I provide. And I have some interesting news that'll be coming up hopefully next week. I don't know. I've been in conversations with certain people about a new project that I'm developing, and I wanted to let you all know about that outside of Be a Body Psychic. Also, just a final note, at the end of Be a Body Psychic, so this is a 4-week program, okay? This is 4 weeks to give you time to acclimate and to assimilate the messages from your mind and body into your mind and body. Also, it's a journaling thing, right? So your mind-body messages will change over time. And I give you journaling sections so you can actually draw in the things you're seeing in your own body. And you will be seeing things in your own body, and you're going to be astonished at what you find out. But once you do that, you're going to journal about it and see how it's changed over the 4 weeks to something that's even more positive and radiant than you first found in the beginning. But that being said, when the 4 weeks are done with Be a Body Psychic, I am also launching Embodying Enlightenment. Embodying Enlightenment is literally, if I showed you how many journal stacks over the course of 20 years, 30 years, how many certifications I've been through about mind-body connectivity, behavior sciences, metabolism, you'd be stunned. But the bottom line is that I have a different way of looking at weight loss that I think a lot of people are going to resonate with. Let's put it that way, because everyone I talk to who has been on a weight loss roller coaster, they're sick of it. They're tired of the diets. They don't want to jump through hoops every time they want to lose weight. They want to do it in a safe, meaningful way for them, that they're really creating something new for themselves. And that's what Embodying Enlightenment is all about. It's about utilizing your own wisdom. It's about tapping into your internal power and creating those answers. Again, you may touch on your weight loss solutions here and Be a Body Psychic, but you're going to flesh them out and make them your reality in Embodying Enlightenment after that. So they're 2 separate courses. I just wanted to let you know. The other one is coming up. A lot of people have been asking me when Embodying Enlightenment is going to launch. And it's quite honestly, because I can't access my calendar, it's 4 weeks after February 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe the end of February, beginning of March, we'll probably launch Embodying Enlightenment for weight loss, and to come into alignment with your own soul and your purpose. That's about it. So if you guys don't have any questions about anything I've just talked about, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm really excited. I can't wait to meet some of you. Raul is always a wonderful blessing to have in the audience. Thank you, Raul. I so much appreciate your time and consideration checking out my website. In the meantime, like I said, if you ever have any questions, want to contact me at Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, I am at Nicole's MBM. You can also take advantage of my website here in the chat, mindbodymastery.org, if you want to fill out a contact form, or you can call me at 646-739-7879 for a free mini consultation. And maybe also, if you would like a free reading on this podcast, let me know that too, because I'm up for anything. The last reading I gave to Tonya was really really exciting, very transformational for her. She didn't realize a lot of the things that were happening in her body were actually reflecting her personality. Thank you, Raul. You're awesome. So if you want those kind of insights, if you're interested in getting a free reading on this podcast, let me know that too. Thanks so much. And I'm just going to type in here. I'm at usually not all, but most social media. I'm at Nicole's MBM, and my number is 646-739-7879. Ciao. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a great week.